Hey, what I got going at the fair, fam? See, I'm starting to treat this shit like buying bows, bro. This is expensive as a. I asked this lady, I said, hey, how much for water? She said $5, $6 if you want it cold. You gonna charge me $1 for temperature? This shit bogus is.
Not many people are going to the Texas State Fair this year. Gee, I wonder why. Maybe it's because we're all flat broke and terrified of getting snatched up by Trump's Gestapo mid-corndog bite. There's something that the fascist millionaire-billionaire class is having a really difficult time understanding right now. When you take everyone's expendable income away and then you make them all terrified to leave the house, they're not going to buy your shit. Who's going to buy your shit when they don't want to leave their house and they have no money to spend? In the state of Texas, no less. Who in charge of running that state fair thought at any point that this was going to be a bang-up year for attendance? No one's showing up because they know that there's going to be squads of ICE and HSI sitting outside or inside the gates of the freaking fair, and it's unaffordable. We went to the fair, there were people there. Listen, let's not play like it isn't shoulder to shoulder crazy in there most years, okay? People are not going out and doing what they're normally doing, and these people that run the show, these millionaires and billionaires that run the show in this country are going to find out really fucking fast. We have no money, and we've got nowhere to go where we feel safe. This is what y'all wanted, right? This is what they wanted.
Today I'm at the fair week 2, and let's go see if there's anybody actually here. By the way, right outside of Fiesta, it says $5 cheaper than the fair. It makes you think it's $5 for the parking. It's $20. I'm making my way downtown, and it's looking empty on the outside. I could be wrong. I am at the MLK entrance, and it is looking a little light. The staff at the front told me it's a pretty chill day for entry. Confirm you gotta pay $12 to go inside of the building. We will be okay. Now with the beautiful armadillo, I do see a bit of a crowd, but shout out this little area. They got the TV NFL playing for you. Here's the exterior line for the Ferris wheel, but if you can see, the rest of it's not full. Now the fair does have people here, okay? I can confirm boots on the ground. I'm seeing some human beings. Now the problem you're gonna see here for most people is coupons are $1 a pop, meaning a corn dog is $8, $14, $20. When I tell you they have one child up there, what are you gonna do? It's a little lonely out here for the rides. Now at the Topo Texas Tower, I don't see anybody in line, and it looks like there's a couple of folks up there spinning. I'm seeing some folks with their little blue sign. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be here. I might be where the employees are, and here is some of the beauties that are hanging out here in the back. Now let's head on out from the livestock area and back into civilization. And here is one of the sections where there is a lot of seating for a show. So with no budget, we have been able to see some animals and walk in restricted areas and get our steps in today. Now the Bank of America ATM next to the coupons is absolutely insane. Now there is a big crowd right here outside of the Sheen tent. Now I'm not sure if you got to pay for that or you can just walk in, but I'm not waiting in line. And I found another show right outside of the Cotton Bowl. Now I just walked in here, don't know what's going on, but there is a crowd with a line cooking demonstrations, and they do have a bunch of chairs where I assume people come and watch a show. Now you got some people here who looks like they're time traveling in to some pods, and I still have zero clue where I am inside of the fair. Oh, the funnel cake entrance. Now I don't have any money to buy a funnel cake today, but what I can do for free, get myself a little selfie. Now look at this beauty, Mundo Latino. Look at what we walked into with just a pinch of curiosity, and you're able to see this. And I think I pulled up right on time. You got the ladies up front putting a show on for everybody. Now that was a very grand and enjoyable experience. And you got the Corona bar right here, and it's looking a little depressing, but it's cute. I just saw a bone marrow elote for $12. I know you are lying. Do not put no bone marrow in the elote. Now, dumb question. Can you actually buy a vehicle at the fair? Look at this brother keeping the car clean. Okay, my man. And I just want to take a peek. I like going places where I'm not supposed to be. I'm not sure if anything's going on, but oh, hello. It's just me in the shed by myself. Huh.
The Texas State Fair is short $2 million this year. They're already asking the city for a bailout. What did they expect? The economy is shit. People are barely able to afford life, and they charge $22 for a turkey leg. You can't eat at the state fair for under $10, and that's something very small, something very tiny, and at times not even that good. If you really want to eat the good stuff, it's $25, $35 for one plate, and then you have to buy your tickets when you get there. You pay all this money to get in, and they're like, well, now buy your tickets, because everything that we do in here goes off those tickets, and if you don't utilize all the tickets, you lost the money. We didn't. We got paid. And they're still $2 million short. I've never been to the Texas State Fair. I was actually considering going this year. I still might go, because
Reporting live from the United States of Embarrassment, I have your breaking good news now. Here's the thing. The Texas State Fair has always been a huge deal. A lot of people have been coming out of town, from out of state, to come to this amazing fair with a bunch of foods and everything. However, they are showing record number of people not in attendance. It's empty. It's empty. And here's the thing. The Texas State Fair has been known to just pack the house. The thing is, a lot of the people that were in attendance were Hispanics, Latinos. They don't want to go. Is ICE going to be there? Absolutely not. Also, we don't have money. We're not going to spend $300 at a state fair when we can do something else with that. So the thing is that even though you want to push these people out of the country, guess what? They spend money. They spend money. And if they're not spending money, you know that we're not spending money. So
Made it to the state fair. I'm gonna wander around for a little bit.
Hey, grab a seat, guys. We're waiting on players. Come on over and have a little fun.
So far, I guess I would give the state fair maybe like 2.5 out of 5 stars. Food is definitely overpriced. I went to this place and it was like a deviled egg restaurant. It was these Wagyu sliders, so it was like the egg was the bun. So that was actually pretty good for me because I don't eat a lot of bread. It was 22 tickets, which is $22. And they don't give you forks, they don't give you napkins. When you get a drink, there's no lid on it. It's stuff like that. I did try the fried Oreos. They're actually pretty good. I was thinking the Oreos would be hard, but of course they're not. And it's kind of like a funnel cake, breading on the outside of it. Shein has a pop-up, so I went to look in there, but they had like 5 pieces of clothing for men, 5 pieces for women, and it was just kind of like, what is this? Looked at some cars, like some car dealerships were set up out here. Basically got my steps in, walked around a little bit, that way I don't have to go to the Katy Trail later, because when I first got here, the guy was making a big deal about my fanny pack. He was like, wait a second, ma'am, that might not be allowed in here. You may have to go back home. I was like, are you serious? And he said that people have to have a clear bag. Meanwhile, everybody's walking around here with purses and stuff, but he was just doing the most. This is my first time at the state fair. I can say that I did it and I don't have to come back.
Meanwhile.
The Texas State Fair, once a symbol of joy, food, and community, is facing a shocking contradiction. Some viral clips show empty fairgrounds, rides running without lines, and vendors standing idle. Others claim it's packed as usual. But behind the scenes, reports say the fair is $2 million short, attendance is way down, and locals are quietly saying what everyone's afraid to admit. people are broke and terrified of ICE crackdowns. It's a perfect storm: economic hardship, fear, and disillusionment. Texas, long boasting freedom and prosperity, now faces the consequences of policies that have left families struggling to afford fun or even feel safe in public spaces. This video dove into the real story behind the empty fairgrounds and the illusion of everything's fine. Because when people can't afford a corn dog or feel safe taking their kids to the fair, that's not freedom, that's fallout. Welcome to another episode of The Progressive Democracy, where FAFO moments meet real life. You can't hide what's really happening behind a few busy camera angles. Sure, some clips show a crowd, but empty rides don't lie, and neither do the numbers. When working families can't afford to enjoy a local fair, and immigrants are scared that ICE might be waiting near the gates, that's not freedom, that's fear. And it's hitting home in red states that once bragged about being booming. Texas didn't get unlucky, it got played. And now, as the fair loses millions, the truth is on full display. You can't run an economy on slogans. If you're tired of the lies, the fear, and the fake prosperity, hit that subscribe button. Join us here on The Progressive Democracy, where we connect the dots, call out the hypocrisy, and watch America's biggest FAFO moments unfold in real time. Until next time, stay informed, stay bold, and stay progressive. Just a quick note, full credit goes to the original creators of these videos. Enjoy your day. See you on the next one.